And the head coach is usually going to win, but I think he has done a wonderful job in camp, and really you're going to see a lot of these type of runs and a lot more movement in the run game this year.
From the 44. Quick toss. CD has the first down at the 50. CD signal for a first down. By the way, they're without Brandon Cooks, out with a knee, inactive. Here's a 1st and 10. Looking down the field, going deep. And he's got him again. It's Lamb with the reception near the 25-yard line.
Take a second hitch to the same guy. You move to the next one, and then go.
3rd and 6. He has to step up with his feet and take off. And he has the first down to the 5 and dives to the 4. 3rd and goal from the 4. Dak looking left, going left. There he is. 87. Ferguson with the touchdown. Loss of 4 on that opening play for the Jets. And now staying in the pocket and completing the throw out to the 30. Ripped it right in there to Alan Lazard. Ready to pounce.
He gets off the ball as fast as anyone.
There he gets him. It is Parsons who decks him back at the 21. Tempo has changed under the stewardship on offense of McCarthy. 3rd and 5 it is. Pass. Took him a while to catch it, and that probably cost him the first down. We all wish you the very best, Aaron, in your return.
Yes, we do.
Here's Cook, breaking a couple of tackles. And he's within a couple of yards of a first.
Well, Diggy Zua do that.
Oh, it's a fake. And up the middle they go to pick up the first down. From the 23. A little bobble on the exchange, but got to Hall in time for him to take off as Diggs tries to chase him out near another first. With the Giants down 54-0 overall. Here's a 3rd and 1 as the Jets try to go sneak.
That's going to be short.
So it's a 1st and 12 now for Dallas. Quick slant, and he's got Lamb in stride. CD Lamb spinning and going. Big gain, ball's out. Covered up. Well, like 5 Jets around the football, and Biotish for the Cowboys. Here on 3rd and 2, they go back to Lamb, who is feasting here early with a 5th catch.
Him and McCarthy are in sync.
2nd and 5. Fakes it. Here comes the pass play and a diving first down with Tolbert. 3rd and 7 it is. Catch is made, and Gallup got up. Former professional soccer player, right out of Plano, local kid. From the 32. Good fake down the middle. Oh, he ripped it. He got Garrett Wilson in stride, and this is going the distance. Just like that, the Jets have life.
And wow, what a strike. And you went to the guy who you should have went to on the 3rd down previously. What a throw. This gets you back in it and makes up for a lot right away.
10-point lead, by the way, in the 4th quarter before losing. Here's Prescott, 2nd and 9. Oh, what a hit.
Oh,
and he holds on Lamb at the 46. Tumbled by Tony Adams.
Wow. Like 5 plays just completely switched.
3rd and 3. Pressure. Got it away. Turpin, first down Dallas at the 38. Amos, who just came in, makes the tackle.
He's the guy you come in the game to stop in the passing game.
2nd and 10. Going with the screen. It's Vaughn. And Deuce able to somersault for a first down.
To make the football team on top of it, and then to get playing time, and then to show that ability.
Rookie out of Kansas State. Gets the call again. Talk about Deuce on the loose. He's to the 13.
Another motion by CD Lamb.
He's looking for him, and the ball comes out incomplete. Didn't take it to the ground.
Yeah, but this could be a penalty. Did they go low?
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense, 191. Holmes half the distance to the goal line. First down. Yeah, here we go.
Here's a 2nd and goal. Prescott buying time, and he goes down. What a play back at the 13-yard line by Solomon Thomas.
Boy, that's surprising on 3rd and long.
Here's 1st and goal, and he's got another touchdown pass with a flag down. This one to the rookie tight end, Schoonmaker.
Get someone wide open. This is huge right here.
And they'll take it to the 1 off the penalty and go for the 2. He's tripped after taking the snap, but he hands it off, and Pollard converts. Tony Pollard takes it across from a yard out. Cowboys coming after him. Wilson takes off. Van Der Esch misses the tackle. Got enough of him, I guess, to trip him up, but a good scramble by Zach Wilson, and another timeout called.
But to me, no sacks is the most important thing.
Here's Wilson. Going to run again. Picking up big yardage. He just a moment ago had a 12-yard rush, the longest of the day run, that is, for the Jets for 12. This one went for 16 more.
And snap the ball.
From here, it'd be only a 34-yard field goal if there's an incompletion. Here's Wilson. Throws, wobbler, and almost intercepted by Diggs in 55 attempts. 34 yards out, and the replacement for Greg Zuerlein. And there's Pollard. First time he's been able to rip off a run today, and he is finally stopped by Jermaine Johnson. Otherwise, it might have gone the distance. We just pointed out
one of the premier inside defenders.
Drop back. Prescott slides, fires, completes. First down, perfect route run by CD, and the Cowboys move the chains. 2nd and 4. Turpin in the backfield. They toss it over to him. He's still on his feet somehow. It's mandatory with the number. 1st and 10. Up the middle. What a run that was. As Dowdle got within a yard of another first, down at the 3-yard line. 3rd and goal, now back out at the 3. Up top, they're going to go this time. Back to the end zone. Oh, he was open, Ferguson.
Oh, boy, that was wide open.
They got 3 in one night. Now, Aubrey, 21 yards away. And converts on the chip shot. Damage it anymore.
Yeah.
It's a 1st and 10 play. With pressure, he's able to hang in there, looks around, and flings it for the completion.
Through demonstrated ability to yourself, you can gain that.
Here's Dalvin Cook, who's done very little so far. Parsons is waiting for him, and he knocks him down for a loss of a couple. Oh, the ball is out. Parsons is running with it. Parson going to the end zone. And he's in for the touchdown. We got to wait and see what the officials say.
I mean, this has a chance.
After review, the ruling of a fumble on the play stands. However, the return man, the defender, was touched down at the 37-yard line. So he's down there by contact. So he Dallas's ball at the 37-yard line, 1st down.
CD, it's very high.
There's the throw. Pollard in the flat, covered up by Quincy Williams. Again, the soccer star worked with a football kicking coach, went through the USFL with Birmingham. This is 55 yards.
Wow.
Can he kick it? Oh, my goodness.
5 linemen, 5 blockers. That's 1-on-1 for each one.
And he goes down. Well, they went with an empty backfield. They spread it out. The numbers were there for the Cowboys to pounce. Well, that's the Debo we saw 2 years ago, fellas. Last year, not so much so. But, man, when he's like that, look out. Here's 2nd and 7. They've got Pollard. And he splits. Looks left, goes right. Guys, wave him off. Look at this. Boy, this kid's got some speed, doesn't he? As Dowdle rips off one all the way to the Jets side of the field.
That's too many touches for the 2 best players.
3rd and 4 final seconds of the quarter. There's Pollard. Turns it upfield. He's got another gain.
This could be a big blow to their chances of Dallas to plug it in.
1st and 15. Look who's wide open. CD Lamb as Reed brings him down near the 10-yard line.
Well, the difference is Aaron, by the end of his career there, he wanted things to be static, wait to 1 second on the clock, get it all perfect, and that's what happens. But now you're back to get it out, get it to the flat, and let him make a play.
And out in the flat, they go to Pollard. He's shoved out from 26 yards. And that's good. Give Dan Quinn a lot of credit for that, too. Got a kind of a new strategy of moving people around this year. There's a pass on the money to Garrett and over to Tracy. Standing up, and here he goes.
Oh, beat him again.
Up the middle, giving chase. Flag is out. Ball intercepted. Curse has it. Curse taken off. And the Cowboys defense trying to get another touchdown this week. And it ends at the 18-yard line. And really forced that interception.
I mean, think about it. The last two drives, he just
As Pollard blitzes up the middle
took it
for
from the
quick
other team. One of them, he physically took it. The other one, he makes it happen.
made field goal of the day, Aubrey. Boy, he makes it look so simple, doesn't he?
His strength is the ability to throw the football.
Here's a 1st and 15. There's a good throw and chugging along for the first down.
They're trying to throw a ball and fit it and do everything perfect. It's like, let's block them up and run two-man routes.
Here comes Parsons. Parsons gets to him back at the 48.
Now chip them and throw to the other three or throw it away. Perfect.
2nd and 15. Gonna launch it. Launch it. Wilson. And it's intercepted. That is Malik Hooker. Again, forced fumble, fumble recovery, and forced interception, which is not a category. Could be one. 3rd and 1. Jets make the stop. Found athletes from other sports. Cornell Green, Ron Whitby. It goes on and on. Guys that through the years. There's a throw to Conklin for 11 years. I'm sure you had to know him quite well, too, as he plucked you.
Came on and it was like, whoa, these guys are for real. And what they did, and you're seeing that play out.
Intercepted by
Right
Diggs.
like this.
By Diggs, and he falls at the feet of Michael Carter as Wilson has thrown his 3rd pick of the game. So it's next level. 2nd and 5.
Turnovers don't happen like this.
There's a first down picked up. That's 9 straight wins at home. It's back-to-back wins to open the season over the Giants and the Jets. That would be New York, New York. The first 2 weeks, fallen victim to this Dallas team.